Hello and welcome back. This is Shivangi Mukherjee and you're watching Newscope. Today, we're delving into the US elections, exploring the impact that Donald Trump's political return to the White House could have on India. From immigration to foreign policy, let's examine how a Trump presidency might influence India. As the world watched the 2024 US elections, Donald Trump emerged victorious. This win raises interesting questions about American society. Trump defeated Vice President Kamala Harris, which, if she had been elected, would have marked a historic moment with the first female president ever in the United States of America. Despite strides towards gender equality, America's acceptance towards a woman president remains untested, especially when compared with many other nations where women have leadership roles. This victory might indicate that the US leans more conservatively than the global image suggests. According to a 2020 Pew Research survey, while Americans express support for gender equality in leaderships, conservative voting patterns sometimes favor traditional candidates. Trump's comeback was driven by a few factors. His campaign emphasized restoring America First policies, focusing on issues like border security, economic independence, and a more conservative Supreme Court. His promise to limit international involvement and focus on American workers resonated strongly with his voter base, especially in the swing states. In his previous terms, Trump gained strong support in states like Pennsylvania and Ohio by pledging job growth and tackling immigration. These states were also pivotal in the 2024 elections. Trump's return could have significant effects on India in areas like climate policy, immigration, and trade. Let us start with climate. In his previous term, Trump pulled the US out of the Paris Climate Accord, claiming it hurt American jobs. A similar approach this term might affect international climate cooperation, especially if India and other nations push for stricter climate goals. On the Iran nuclear deal, Trump's earlier withdrawal increased tensions in the Middle East, affecting oil prices and energy imports in countries like India. Renewing sanctions on Iran could directly impact India, which relies on Iran for energy imports and strategic partnerships. Then we have the H-1B visa program, which affects thousands of Indians. Under Trump, visa restrictions intensified, making it harder for skilled Indian workers to secure jobs in the US. This could tighten again, impacting Indian IT professionals, potentially prompting India to seek partnerships elsewhere. In 2019, Trump's administration imposed stricter H-1B visa requirements, limiting access to US jobs for foreign workers, while Biden relaxed some of these policies in 2021. Trump's economic priorities have consistently focused on internal growth over international aid or alliances. If his administration moves towards tax cuts or increased spending on American infrastructure, India might see a US more focused on itself than on global collaborations. This could mean fewer American resources in international partnerships unless they directly benefit the US interest. Trump's first term saw tax cuts as part of the 2017 Tax Cut and Jobs Act, with a focus on stimulating US industries rather than expanding foreign aid. Trump is known for his reciprocity stance on trade. During his previous term, he imposed tariffs on several countries, especially China, to reduce trade imbalances. India could face similar tariffs if Trump decides to curb the import of foreign goods to support American manufacturing. Sectors like Indian textiles and pharmaceuticals, which are significant exporters to US, could be affected if tariffs are imposed. In 2018, Trump imposed tariffs on $250 billion worth of Chinese goods, aiming to reduce the US trade deficit and protect American industries. In terms of military alliances, Trump previously showed interest in strengthening the Quad alliance, an informal group including the US, India, Japan, and Australia, aimed at countering China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. Trump's return could mean heightened focus on Quad cooperation, potentially enhancing India's security interests. Trump was vocal about the Quad and the US-India strategic cooperation as early as 2017, stating it was essential to counter China's influence. Trump's return could shift the US approach to the Russia, Ukraine and Israel-Palestine conflicts. During his last term, Trump avoided significant involvement in the Ukraine issue. If he reduces US support to Ukraine, European countries may need to step up, while India's neutrality could remain uncontested by the US. Trump has supported Israel strongly but might issue stricter demands to assert US power in the region. This stance would mean India's ties with Israel continue smoothly while maintaining neutrality in the Palestine's conflict. Trump's America First stance often led to reduced intervention, such as his withdrawal of troops from Syria in 2019. With Trump back in office, India's strained relationship with China may benefit from stronger US support. Trump was openly critical of China on trade and security issues, and a renewed US-India partnership could mean policies designed to counterbalance China's influence in Asia. Narendra Modi and Trump previously shared a close rapport which could ease cooperation. In 2020, Trump signed the US-China Phase 1 trade deal but continued to sanction Chinese tech firms to counter economic and security threats. Trump has often promoted a hands-off approach to foreign wars, including signaling a potential end to US involvement in Ukraine. His administration's Middle East policy focused on backing Israel while pressuring allies to share defense responsibilities. A pullback could leave a power vacuum, which India may need to navigate carefully to protect its energy interests and trade. In 2020, Trump brokered the Abraham Accords, aligning Arab countries with Israel, but maintained a limited engagement approach in regional conflicts. Finally, let's talk about investment. If Trump prioritizes American manufacturing, it could result in fewer US companies outsourcing to India. However, with India's growing economy and potential in sectors like defense manufacturing, Trump may still seek specific investment avenues that align with his broader economic goals. In 2019, Trump promoted US-India defense and energy collaboration but discouraged outsourcing to protect US jobs. While Trump's possible return brings both opportunities and challenges for India, it is crucial to understand the nuances of his policies. India could see changes in trade, military alliances, and even immigration if Trump applies his America First philosophy. As always, we'll keep analyzing and bringing you the latest insights. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth news analysis.